Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistaki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. So, reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 13 and verse number 14. Okay. Manor Uvacha Adesheham Bhagavato Varteyam Yami Vasudana Sthanam Tvihanu Janiti Prajanam Mama Chaprabho. Translation. Sri Manu said, O all-powerful Lord, O killer of all sins, I shall abide by your order. Now please let me know my place and that of the living entities born of me. Verse number 15. Yadoka sarva bhutana mahi magna mahambasi asya uddharane yatno deva devya vidiyatam. O master of demigods, please attempt to lift the earth which is merged in the great water, because it is dwelling place for all the living entities. It can be done by your endeavor and by the mercy of the Lord. Purport. The great water mentioned in this connection is the Garbhodaka ocean, which fills half of the universe. 16. Maitreya Uvacha Paramesti Tvapam Madhye Tata Sannam Avekshirjam Katam Enam Samunyasya Iti Dadyav Diyachiram. Sri Maitreya said, thus, seeing the earth merged in the water, Brahma gave his attention for a long time to how it could be lifted. Purport. According to the Jiva Goswami, the topics delineated here are of different millenniums. The present topics are of the Shveta Varaha millennium, and the topics regarding the Chakshusha millennium will also be discussed in this chapter. Then the main verse today, 3:13-17. Srijato me kshitir varbhihi plavyamana rasam gata athatra kim anustheyam asmabhihi sarvayojitaihi yasyaham hridayadasam sayisho vidadatu me. Translation. Brahma thought, while I have been engaged in the process of creation, the earth has been inundated by a deluge and has gone down into the depths of the ocean. What can we do who are engaged in this matter of creation? It is the best to let the Almighty Lord direct us. Purport. The Lord of the devotees of the Lord, who are all confidential servitors, are sometimes perplexed in the discharge of their respective duties, but they are never discouraged. They have full faith in the Lord, and He paves the way for the smooth progress of the devotee's duty. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Gnananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutraya Swayam Rupakadamayam Tadati Swapadantikam Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pamunebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Desha Tarane Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivas Adi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you for the opportunity to read and discuss something about Srimad Bhagavatam today. So the Brahma started, we know the context, the Brahma started creating the universe. Yesterday, Gopal Hari Prabhu also gave a very elaborate class, an amazing class. So, with my limited knowledge, I'll sincerely pray all of you to, 1 second, sincerely pray all of you. Pray for me, bless me so that I can speak something about Srimad Bhagavatam with my limited knowledge. Okay. Saying that, Lord Brahma is creating one after other. And we have seen in the previous slokas what all happened. The main, whenever he is doing anything, he is getting into trouble of some kind of trouble, one after the other. The first thing, so many things happen, right? But we can see that every time he does something, there is some obstacle on creation. Like the last time when I spoke, I remember that Lord Shiva appeared. Because why did he appear? He was creating the living entities. He wanted to create the living entities, so he asked the 4 Kumaras who were born out of him to go ahead and create the progeny for this universe. But they rejected. No, we don't want to go and do anything. We want to be in the transcendental platform, and we are not interested in this progeny, creating progeny. And then, because of that, Brahma was a little upset and he was angered. Because of that angriness, Lord Rudra, Shiva, was born, right? We know that. And after that, he ran behind his daughter because he had a different thought. And so many things happen, creation one after the other. And before even that, Rudra came. He started destroying, basically destroying everything. Arey Baba, I am creating the universe. This is not the time to destroy everything, right? Annihilate everything. This is not the time. So he says, Lord Shiva, go ahead and do some meditation. So every point of time you see there is some issue going on. And finally we see that Shaturupa, and who is that, right? They were born to create the progeny as well. Going forward, we have seen that already. I think we spoke a little bit. See where is that? Now I think it's Manu. He's actually the Manu one. He is actually coming out, right? Okay. I'm just going to the previous verses to take a look at one after the other. He says in 11th verse, since you are my very obedient son, I ask you to beget children qualified like your yourself in the womb, right? So this is he's talking about, if you go back to the 11th verse, Brahma is actually asking, one who is beyond the limit of envy and who is sane accepts the order of his father with great delight and executes to his full capacity. So he's he's telling that after the appearance of Manu, he is the father of mankind, right? Along with his wife, thus address the reservoir of Vedic wisdom Brahma with obeisance and folded hands. So Manu, now which Manu is it? I think Swayambhuva Manu. Is that right? Anybody? It is the Swayambhuva Manu, correct? And then later part, this kalpa, actually, this kalpa I was reading, this is basically the kalpa of Shweta Varaha kalpa. In the one day of Brahma, we can see that how many days, each day, 12 hours, Brahma sleeps for 12 hours, and he wakes up, and when the time he sleeps, what happens is the Adishesh, the fire comes out of his mouth from the bottom of the ocean, bottom of the universe, and that fire emanates all the way to the upper planetary systems till Svargaloka. And then what happens is completely burns out, or that will be there for 36,000 years. And if I understand, people from Maharloka will jump to Janaloka, Tapoloka, and basically above Maharloka. Till Maharloka, they feel the heat. So they also, what happens, they will take the flights, their own Vimana, and then go to the higher one, which is Janaloka, and then Tapaloka, something like that. So, and after that 36,000 years of that fire, then comes the rain, which inundates the whole universe. Correct? That will be like a Samvartaka clouds, which we have seen in the 10th canto of Indra's pastime of Govardhan. Govardhan pastime. When Indra sends the Samvartaka clouds, the way each drop of the water was like a pillar of the water. So that kind of Samvartaka clouds, that rains and rains and rains, and it inundates the whole, half the universe, something like that. So what happened when Manu was requested to go and create the progeny? He said, "Where should I go?" He asked, "Where should I go?" Then he said, "The best, you go to the planet Earth. And then you can, once you go there, you can, you do your duty." But when he looks at, there is no Earth, disappeared somewhere. Earth was inundated, and Earth drowned all the way to in the Garbhodaka ocean. And now Manu is coming and requesting, "You asked me to go to planet Earth, but it's not even there. It's in the Garbhodaka ocean. So dear Father, please help me out to lift this so that I can go ahead and do my duty." But so in this connection, I was thinking, for every point of time, Brahma has to depend on someone. Manu is depending on Brahma. And if actually Manu is a great personality as well, he never thought, "I will do it." He is dependent on his father. And then that means, of course, he is a Param Guru. Manu is also, is a great personality, right? And he never thought, he doesn't have that, he has the power, but he doesn't have the power. Similarly, Brahma was thinking, where in the world I can lift this earth? How do I can do this? And the only thing is he surrenders to the lordships and starts praying for the help. What happened? Within no time, it's been said that it's very interesting in this chapter to read all this, that I have engaged in the process of creation. The earth has been inundated by delusion, gone down to the depths of the ocean. What can we do who are engaged in this matter of creation? It is the best to let the Almighty Lord direct us. See how it's actually, what it means is we are helpless. We are always in a helpless situation. If somebody realizes that, in fact, Krishna is creating that helpless situation for all of us to make sure that we surrender to him. If we don't surrender unto him, we'll surrender to something else, which is Maya, Mahamaya, under the delusion. Completely illusionary energy of the Lord will be surrendered. There are so many things happens in our lives to show that this is Dukkhalema Shashvatam, get back. But we don't realize, and we always think that I can do. Brahma would have done it, but he has no power to lift the planet Earth all the way. So in that time, in the future verses, what happens that the moment he was thinking, something came out of the nostril in the next verse. Who is Varaha? Lord Varaha. He is the Shweta Varaha. So in these 12 hours of Brahma sleeping, when the inundation happened, during that time, he sleeps, right? When the sleeps means he has to go back to this Garbhodaka Shai Vishnu. Wakes up, then he has to create again. So in this one day of Brahma, all this happened. And the earth, planet Earth was it was inside the ocean. So it has to be lifted. That's why when he thought, his thought came to his mind, the thoughts came to his mind to say, hey, what can I do? Let me pray the Lord. Then the future versus appearance of Varaha comes in place. So one thing is, this is the reason why the planet Earth went inside the Garbhodaka ocean, because it's completely inundated. So it has to be lifted. So then Manu can do his duty. So one thing, overall, we can see that we have to, even though I can directly go to Krishna, everybody can go directly to Krishna. That means pray Krishna, but it is still going through. Manu would have even prayed Krishna, Krishna, please help me out. I don't know what to do. My dad told me, my dad Brahma told me how to create this. But if I see in this Bhagavatam verses, he is not directly praying Krishna. He is going back to his guru or his father. Please help me out what to do. And Brahma also, he is praying again to the Lordship. He is surrendering. So it's coming in the parampara. He is actually the Param Guru. He is praying Krishna to help. So in the disciplic succession, we do pray Krishna, but basically the first thing we'll always think that, I can pray Krishna, but somebody prays Guru. In any disastrous situation, actually Guru helps, because Guru is the one who is sitting Guru Maharaj is none other than this external manifestation of the super soul. When the super soul in the heart understands our thoughts, then the Guru can understand. That means we need to pray the Guru, and Guru will make arrangements somehow, because he knows what to do for this particular his disciple, right? And so he knows, and the similar way, Brahma, he knows, and he starts praying. So one is showing us that we have to surrender. Surrender and surrender. That means become a dasa, 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 anudasa. Gopi Bharta Pada Kamalayor, dasa, dasa, anudasa. Right? That is how the mercy flows. When does the mercy flow? When our endeavor is very strong. When we have, number one is when we have faith, and when our endeavor is very strong with that faith, then the mercy flows. If I think that I can do myself, nothing happens. It happens to some extent, but it fails. But the extra mercy has to come for anything for that matter. That way, Lordships helped us through the instructions of our Guru Maharaj. And that is what the guidance is. Guru guides in so many ways. And then we can be successful. And in fact, this verse also says that how Brahma, that last prayer, in the purport, Prabhupada said that one is sometimes perplexed in the discharge of their respective duties, but they're never discouraged. I was thinking when Srila Prabhupada would have told his disciples, Malti Mataji and what's his name? His disciples to go to UK, go preach without anything. How strong that they would have gone with that faith, that that means the Guru gives the empowerment to go and do the duty. We may think that I'm empowered, I can do myself. I'm not empowered. Empowerment has to come from the Guru. The instructions is actually, empowerment is nothing but in the form of instructions. It comes to the disciple. And then in any situation, no one, we will get perplexed no matter what to discharge of the respective duties. But one thing, it's very clear that we should never be discouraged. We do our in full faith to the Lord, in full faith. That's the underlining word here, full faith. Even we would do it, but it's shaky. Our faith is definitely shaky in any aspects of the life. When Prabhupada Maharaj came on Sunday, he gave a last slide of how the Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, that particular slide, he said, I read that, right? He also explained that in any situation, any problem comes in our life, if you catch hold of the lotus feet of Krishna, that's what matters is. Because so many obstacles comes in our lives. So many, not one. There are million. We have seen our obstacle in my own life. I've seen past 5 years, how many obstacles, 7 years. I've seen so many obstacles after obstacles, one after the other, one after the other. But I had one full faith that Krishna has a plan, and we cannot go beyond Krishna. We may think, yes, this happened. Why is this happening to me? This happened. But it is all planned. It's all Krishna's plan. We cannot change Krishna's plan. We may not understand, we may not realize that, oh, I can change. I can go somewhere and do something. It's not going to happen. We need to go based on whatever is coming in our lives. Every point of time, we get distressed, discouraged, but keep ourselves strong. Krishna is doing this for me, for my good. It's a very strong. If you look at Narada Muni, when he lost his mother, right? What does in Srimad Bhagavatam it says? He Narada Muni, this little boy, he thought that is the mercy of the Lord. Any tribulations, so many things happens, but still, it's not that easy. Okay, somebody dies. Okay, that's the mercy of the Lord. It's just not easy to understand that way. But one should have a full faith in the Lord. Then Krishna can realize. No, we can realize that we are not this. So why that? Another question, another thing is when somebody, when Guru Maharaj gives initiation, he gives a different name with other legal name is there, but he gives a different name with suffix with das, correct? So it's a big word, a big name for us. What is that big name? One realizes that I am a anu das. I am the servant of Krishna. There is no other shelter. The only shelter is I am the anu das. That means I am. Who am I? I am not this, I am not that. I am the servant of Krishna. If one understand that I am the servant of Krishna, that means that is how every time anything happens, we may not realize, oh, I have some name, but we forget the das. We have only the name. Balaram Prasad, that's it. What's your name? Balaram Prasad. We never say das or dasi. It is reminding us every time that I am the servant of Krishna. But we there also we shorten it saying Balaram. Somebody calls Balaram Prabhu, someone else calls Balaram Prasad Prabhu. Nobody says Das, right? So nobody says Das, so I'm also not Das. I am so and so. So in the disciplic succession, if we surrender to our previous, our Guru, Guru is also not on his own, if you see. He is also praying Srila Prabhupada every day, praying Krishna every day. If disciple ask, if you even, this is like, third generation, if you see now, say that one Maharaj has his own disciple who is also sannyasi. He is a great devotee. But what does he do? He doesn't, thinking that I'm a sannyasi, he will not directly go to Krishna, but he definitely goes back to his guru. Even though a great sannyasi goes to his guru, what should I do? Similarly, Manu also did the same thing. So this is showing us that we need to take shelter of our lotus feet of Krishna. That means in the form of our spiritual master, and get his guidance and keep going in our life. I don't know what I spoke, but please forgive me if I've spoken something wrong. And thank you very much for the opportunity. Hare Krishna. Vancha kalpaturu piyascha kripa sindhu bhevacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Anybody has reflections, please go ahead. But this is an interesting chapter. This is the Shveta Varaha Kalpa, and the other one is the Chakshusha Manvantara, where Hiranyakashipu comes. And that time the earth was drowned into the Garbhodaka ocean because he extracted so much of gold from the earth, and there was an imbalance in the earth, and so that's why it was drowned all the way to and that time also Varaha came to lift the earth and put it back in place. Anyway, this is different. That is different. So this is a Shveta Varaha Kalpa. If I look at, they also say that, right? When you go to do the Sankalpa, Shveta Varaha Kalpe, Kali Yuge, something, so many things comes in there. So this is the Shveta Varaha Kalpa, right? In that way. Anyway, thank you. Haribol. If anybody has the thought, otherwise we'll just stop here right here.
Thank you, and Hare Krishna, Prabhu. And Hare Krishna, everyone. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Sripad. Prabhu, I'm just started to follow the Bhagavatam class, and definitely listening. You know so much. I don't know how you find time to know about all these things, but please pray for me so I can also get little nectar as well. But of
Prabhu,
course,
this is Bhagavatam is the ocean, right? Every time, it's like any time, and it's like a sweet candy. You can bite from anywhere, and it is sweet. So it's I am new actually. I'm pretty new to Srimad Bhagavatam. I don't know much, but here I'm reading here and there, hearing here and there. So at least whatever I know, I'm just speaking. That's all. We're all on the same boat, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
no, but the thing I like about you is you are taking so much care and love to share everything that you know, which is good, especially for a person like me who doesn't know much about some of the topics you are talking, and not just you, everyone else as well.
Yeah.
So thank
Yes.
you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Swayambhava Manu is the one, that is the time also Varaha comes, right, Prabhu? I don't
I
know what
think
is the pastime that he
this is the
performs at that
first.
time.
He is the first Manu, right? Currently,
Yeah,
this is one
Swayambhava
of
Manu
the
is the
first
first
Manu.
Manu.
Swayambhava first Manu.
Yeah,
And in the Chakshusha Manvantara, there is another. I think it's a different Manu, probably.
yeah, Chakshusha
Chakshusha.
Manu. Chakshusha
Chakshusha
Manu,
Manu.
that is when this boy, what is his name? Hiranyaksha will,
Hiranyaksha comes in
yeah,
because he takes so much of gold from the earth,
yeah,
and that is why it is been said that we are also exploiting planet Earth like anything, and then we are telling save oil, save Earth,
yeah,
right? There is one something going on in India, right? Save oil, save not save oil, save Earth. Oh, what can we save? Everybody is extracting and exploiting. There is no way we can save. The save is only by the Supreme Personality of God, because Brahma himself could not save. So what can we save? Is only under the shelter. That's all.
So here it doesn't talk about the pastimes the Varaha performs, right, during the Swayambhava Manu time.
No, he just lifts the earth back
Yeah.
in place.
Okay.
That's all.
That is the only thing. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu. Hiranyaksha is the Chakshusha Manvantara. So that's
Yeah.
why even I was thinking, oh, the Varaha came in. Oh, is this the one? Not really. That is in the Chakshusha Manvantara.
Arudha Mataji was also saying they kind of both of them combined in this chapter here.
It is, I think they're just telling us what happened in the previous verse. And in fact, Jiva Goswami also points out this is a different Manvantaras also.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting, right? So anyway, at least with our tiny brain, we can understand a little bit whatever we know. Anyway, Prabhu, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Right.
We'll stop.